Hello Kauai, here's our COVID-19 briefing from Team Kauai for Wednesday, October 7th. We currently have no active cases, 3 contacts of last week's 2 active cases are in quarantine. Our cumulative case count is at 59. Our police department continues to monitor more than 2,000 people who are in travel-related quarantine. A majority of those are Kauai residents who have traveled off-island and returned. For additional information, please visit the Kauai Emergency Management Agency website at www.kauai.gov/COVID-19. As you know, the Governor and Lieutenant Governor have announced that starting on October 15th, Hawaii will allow mainland visitors to avoid quarantine if they receive a negative COVID test 72 hours before entering the state. My fellow mayors and I have stated that this plan does not provide enough protection for our communities. Here on Kauai, we proposed a system requiring travelers to take a second negative test 72 hours after arrival. The state rejected our plan. With just a week before the October 15th deadline, we are working hard with our own health officials, partners at the state and county, our visitor industry, and other stakeholders to find a path forward that helps to protect the health, safety, and well-being of our residents. To be clear, we want to reopen our island to travelers in a safe, staged, responsible approach, just as Dr. Anthony Fauci recommended during his interview with the Lieutenant Governor Wednesday morning. We maintain that our second test program achieves that goal. We are expecting 15,000 test kits to arrive by the end of this week, and we remain committed to utilizing those tests in a way that targets incoming travelers, both our visitors and our returning residents. We recognize that the uncertainty is a big problem for our community, and we are trying to reach resolution as soon as possible. We will announce any updates as details are confirmed. But we now know that the absolute best thing that we can do to protect ourselves and those around us from COVID-19 is to wear our mask. As we approach October 15th, this is the single most important action that each and every one of us can take to help control the spread of the disease. Also, keep your physical distance from those outside of your household, avoid large gatherings, and wash your hands often. Halloween is coming up, and many families are trying to figure out how to manage it during the COVID-19 pandemic. The State Department of Health has issued some guidance for us on how to celebrate without putting our families at risk. The Department of Health recommends against traditional door-to-door trick-or-treating, as this can result in close contact with people who are not in your immediate household. However, trick-or-treating is not prohibited here on Kauai. Those who do plan to trick-or-treat should wear masks if age 5 or over and stay with your households in a group less than 10. Halloween should be focused on trick-or-treating for keiki and not for large gatherings. As a reminder, gatherings are limited to 25 outdoors and 10 indoors. There are other lower risk activities that the Department of Health recommends for families to celebrate the holiday safely, such as pumpkin carving in the backyard, virtual costume contests, or Halloween movie night with the family. The Centers for Disease Control suggests a Halloween scavenger hunt where children are given lists of Halloween-themed things to look for in and around the house. There are many creative ways to have a fun, safe Halloween. You can see the Department of Health's news release and links on Halloween at hawaiicovid19.com/news. You can find national recommendations if you search for holiday celebrations at cdc.gov. The American Job Center is offering services for both job seekers and employers, including job search assistance, personal career planning services, training opportunities, and HireNet Hawaii support. The office is open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. weekdays at Halekokua in the Lehue Civic Center, 4444 Rice Street, Suite 302. Clients will be seen by appointment only. Call 274-3056 to reserve a time and date. Please wear a mask and sanitize hands before entering. Your temperature will be checked on arrival, and anyone with a fever will need to reschedule. Please also reschedule if you're feeling sick. The county and the 2 Kauai food banks are conducting the Kupa'a Kauai food distributions every week to the end of the year for food insecure individuals and families. Distributions are at the Kilauea, Kapa'a, and Lihue neighborhood centers on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and at the Koloa, Hanapepe, and Waimea neighborhood centers on Wednesdays and Fridays. Households can pick up food once per week. You must pre-register for the program each week by going to www.kauai.gov/COVID-19 and click on the green button that says Food Distribution. Please register at least 48 hours in advance and check that your email address is correct to ensure you receive registration confirmation. For those unable to register online, distribution staff at the neighborhood centers will be available to help you with the registration process. Additionally, the Hawaii Food Bank has scheduled a series of pop-up food distributions over the next 2 months. The next one is scheduled Thursday, October 8th from 10 a.m. to noon at Hanapepe Stadium. Future distributions are in Kekaha, Koloa, Kapa'a, and Anahola. Advance reservations are required. For more information or to register, please visit hawaiifoodbank.org/kauai-pop-up. There are still residents on our island who have not yet participated in the U.S. Census, the program to count every American once every 10 years. Getting everyone counted is very important to us. The funding of all kinds of federal programs, including school lunch help and food stamp assistance, rely on our population being fully counted. If our population is undercounted, money that should be going to us will go somewhere else. If you or anyone you know has not yet filed the census form, please visit my2020census.gov and please do it today. Thank you, Kauai, for being responsible. Your diligence is helping us to keep this virus contained. We thank you for understanding the role you play in mitigating the spread of COVID-19 on our island. Please continue to stay home as much as possible. Refrain from social gatherings or public outings. If you must interact with people outside of your home, maintain a distance of 6 feet of separation and wear a mask, if at all possible for you to do so. Remember, my mask protects you and your mask protects me. It's a sign of respect and aloha. Do not leave home if you are sick unless you're seeking medical attention, and then only after calling your doctor first. Wash your hands frequently and clean surfaces often. Stay informed and connected during this time of social distancing. We'll continue to post updates on our official County of Kauai Facebook page or on our Kauai Emergency Management Agency page at www.kauai.gov/COVID-19. The Centers for Disease Control is also updating its website regularly. For more information, please visit coronavirus.gov. Not everyone has internet access or follows the news, so please help to keep your loved ones informed. Be kind, take care of one another, God bless, and aloha.